Well, it says we're live. Well, cheers and how you do, buckaroos. Hey, for some of you that have been watching me for years, you'll know we had a stretch there where my co-host and I, Todd Wren, did several videos together, but I've had a lot of technical difficulties, and our schedules have both changed, and it became difficult. So I'm glad to have him back on my channel again. I've titled this Live and Dangerous in homage to Thin Lizzy. The title, the video won't necessarily be, but the title is. So there you go. So Todd, tell us what you're drinking.
I am drinking one I picked up the other day. This brewery is local, actually over in Louisville, Kentucky. As you know, I'm in southern Indiana, so it's about 10 miles probably from here. Malwad Beer Company is the name of the brewery. And I'm drinking one called Catalina Breeze. It's a West Coast style IPA. They actually just started just distribution locally here, so I picked this up at the liquor store actually. So here's a can.
Todd, I lost your.
And all their.
Todd, all I'm seeing is your icon at the moment.
See.
I see my picture, but all I'm getting is your icon. Are you seeing anything?
I can see you.
All righty. Well, hell, we'll just keep going. So tell us a little bit more about that beer.
Oh, there we go. Maybe can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Yeah. Oh, did you have the camera on?
No, it was on, and I turned it off and turned it back on, and it worked. So I don't know what to do.
Oh, there we go.
So this is like I said, this is a local brewery in Louisville, Louisville, Kentucky. I think they've been open now for I'm gonna say maybe 14 months, so just a little bit over a year or so. And they're doing some fantastic style IPAs. This one here is Catalina Breeze, and it's a West Coast style IPA. They can all their own stuff. So as you can see, let me get on the right angle there. Independent.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Independent label that breweries are going with now. It's first time I've had it actually out of a can. I've had it on tap, but I've never actually had it out of the can. So it's pretty solid IPA.
What are the stats on that
again? It only gives me the ABV. It's 7%, and I'm not sure what the IBUs are offhand without looking it up.
Well, I'm drinking one out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Diamond Bear 2-term double IPA. They just started canning everything, so it's the first time I've seen it in cans, so I decided to pick it up. It's 9.9%, 90 IBUs.
Nice. So kind of the same boat there. Both of them canned, and mine's not really for the first time, but the first time they've distroed in the area.
And I'm also pairing with
usually able to go over and pick up crowlers from them.
Oh, nice. So I've got some whiskey here. Don't mind that label because that's not what this is. This is some semi-homemade whiskey. And what I mean by that is I started with some 110 proof Rocktown, again, out of Little Rock, Arkansas, distillery in Little Rock. It's 110 proof Arkansas Lightning, their version of a moonshine. And what I've done with this is I've aged it with some toasted oak chips and a hickory honeycomb to give it some flavor, and it gives it a nice, interesting color here.
Nice. So was it originally a moonshine?
Yeah, it started as a clear unaged whiskey, and I've aged it myself.
Okay. Nice.
And because it started as 110 proof whiskey, I put it on some ice.
Nice. Almost kind of looks like their apple cinnamon or cinnamon type moonshine color to it.
Yeah, no, there's no flavors. It's just the oak and the hickory.
Nice. How is it?
It's beautiful, actually. I don't know. I mean, I put that ice cube in it, so because it's 110 proof, so I thought, well, I better put a little water in there.
Yeah. Kick it down a little bit, or you'll be in bed before.
Especially since I'm drinking a 9.9% beer as well.
Nice little combination there. You'll sleep nice tonight.
I will. Well, if you watched any of my video earlier that I did, I said, well, I wasn't going to do a video today, but my wife had to leave to go take care of something. So I'm home alone. It felt like a moral imperative to do a video.
Oh, there you go. No, actually, I didn't.
I don't typically
get a
drink
chance
much on
to.
Sundays, but I figured, what the hell?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it. Watch any of it. I saw you went live, but I hadn't had a chance to watch. And say hey or something.
How are things been going with you?
Can't complain. Work's going pretty good, and family's doing good. And
have they gotten to the door aspect of the business like you were hired on for?
We have, yeah, we have. We actually starting to pick up some steam in that area. So we've done some orders, and
so now you're getting happier.
Customers seem to be happy.
You're feeling better about the whole thing now.
Yeah, starting to take off a little bit. So yeah,
that's nice. That's very nice. There you go.
Starting to fall into place a little bit. So
I got to say, the only thing the only thing I dislike about my job is I have to be gone during the week, and then I come back to Springfield on the weekends. But my wife and I have been talking. I've been kind of looking around in Springfield for something, but I just love the job. So I'm thinking when our lease is up here, we may just look for something to stay down there more full time. But our daughter and grandkids are here, and my wife really doesn't want to be away from them very long. So I don't know how we're going to balance it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I love the job, man. I just love selling beer during the week. It's just, I mean, it's just right in my wheelhouse. And I used to be in retail management. My Tourette's has really gotten worse lately. And I don't think I could really do retail again. I think some people might be put off, and sometimes I do have some vocalizations that may get me in trouble. So, but being a salesperson, I mean, I'm able to get away with more stuff. Then I'm in a car a good portion of the time, so I can get my ticks out and go in, take care of business, and come back out. So, I don't think I could really do, a retail environment again, but I could do this. I could do face-to-face sales.
Well, and you could, as a possibility, like I said, if y'all moved closer to where your job is, and then come visit your daughter and grandkids on the weekends.
Yeah, and we've talked about that. We've got about 3 more months on the lease here, so we're gonna figure it out between that time.
But other than that, job's going pretty good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we just lost my damn camera. I knew it was going to do that at some point. Oh, it's back. Oh, my camera's got a mind of its own, man. I swear there's a guys to my computer.
I think that's just the internet in general. Mine does the same thing sometimes.
Oh, mercy. This is a very nice, hey, have you tried the new Hop Slam yet? I've seen a lot of posts lately. Have you tried it?
I haven't yet. It's around town a lot, but I haven't picked up yet. Haven't actually picked it up yet. What's
the pricing in your neck of the woods?
I'm wanting to say it's anywhere from $18 to $20 a 6-pack.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen posts anywhere between 18 to 25, and I haven't seen it in my neck of the woods. So I just don't know if I want to pay that much for it.
One of our local tap houses had it on tap, and I haven't quite made it there yet. So I don't know if they still have it on there or not, but I'd like to go and just try it, and like at least spend $5 or $6 as opposed to $20.
Yeah, try pour of it and just to see, yeah. And I may look to do something like that as well. I just don't know if I want to pay $20 a 6-pack for it.
Yeah, I'm with you there, and that's one I usually always look forward to getting, even though it's pricey. But it's a once a year. I've just been kind of like, I don't know if I want to go that route or not. But I'm sure I eventually will. Okay.
I've got this one here. It's 9.9%, 90 IBUs. I paid $9.49 plus tax. So out the door it was $10.40. Now I'm not saying one beer is better than the other, but I'm saying as something comparable. I mean, the Hop Slam typically runs about 10% even. I just, it's hard for me to justify when I can still find good beer for less money.
Was that, did you say it was a 6-pack or a 4-pack?
6-pack. A 6-pack.
6-pack. Yeah, I need a 6-pack.
No
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you can buy 12. You know, you can buy half a case for the same price as a 6-pack of the Hop Slam.
I'm using this Crown Valley glass or Crown Royal glass. My wife found at a thrift store a couple weeks ago. It's the first time I've used it though.
Still picking up glasses for you, I see, huh?
Yeah, she enables me.
And then she'll turn around and say, does she ever turn around and just say you got way too many glasses, even though she's the one that's buying them for you?
Yeah. See, that's the funny part. She constantly complains I have too many glasses and I don't eat anymore. But if she finds something, she'll buy it anyway. Yeah, she constantly complains like I got way too many damn glasses.
Hey, it could be worse. At least it's only glassware. It could be, you know, at least it's not some kind of drug of some heroin or meth or something, you know.
Oh, mercy. So how has things been going in your neck of the woods?
Going good. Like I said, it's, you know, work's going good and job's going pretty good. I can't complain there. And
so let's talk about
everybody's healthy. And
talk about breweries that are local to you and talk about Louisville breweries. Anything you can drive to, say within 4 hours, tell me what breweries that you really like.
4 hours. Well, last weekend we went up to Indianapolis. Wife and I, we had our company, I don't know if it was like a late company dinner or whatnot up in Indy, and we got like a parent company that's up in Ohio, the northern part of Indiana, southern part of Michigan, northwest part of Ohio, kind of right there in the tri-state corner there. So they come down to Indianapolis and we go up to Indianapolis. So it's kind of the halfway point. And anyway, long story short, we was driving up. Finally got to stop at a brewery in Columbus, Indiana, which is about 70 miles from my house at a brewery called 450 North. And stopped and had lunch on the way up and had a couple of beers. And they've been making some pretty good IPAs. They kind of got under the craze of the New England style type IPA. So they're actually doing some pretty good stuff right now. Also about same part of the state right there, and they kind of excel in the Belgian style beers. Haven't been there. It's been about a year and a half since I've been there, but they do distribute locally, so I do pick up stuff with them from time to time. And they're doing some great stuff. And then what I'm drinking tonight's probably maybe the best up-and-coming brewery. It's been around for just a little over a year now, and it's called Mile Wide Brew Company.
Now, I think I've heard your buddy John Sharon talk about that brewery as well.
Yeah, and they're making some fantastic IPAs, too. Actually, I saw them post something on off his Facebook or Instagram or something that they're actually currently right now doing some aging in some barrels. So that's on the horizon. Nice. Their first barrel, to my knowledge, is their first barrel aged attempt. So, like the rest of the stuff that they're doing, it'll be, I imagine.
Yeah, I've heard Louisville. That's as well. Yeah, hey, I think he said about the same thing you did, that they're really known for IPAs.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel personally about the New England IPA craze? You think it's a flash in the pan? You think it's going to be here a while? Uh-oh, your picture froze up on me. Did I lose you? I think I lost Todd there. The picture froze up. Todd, you with me, buddy? I think I lost Todd, man. Todd, I lost you, buddy. Are you there? Oh, good. Now I just got the icon. Todd, are you back?
I'm back. I don't know what the hell happened there.
So I don't know if you heard the question, but I was asking if what are your opinions on the New England craze, the New England IPA craze? Do you think it's a flash in the pan, or do you think it's here to stay?
I don't know. I kind of go both ways a little bit. I think it's kind of a flash in the pan, but it's been here longer. It's kind of been around longer than I would have thought it might have been, so it might be here to stay. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I think it's at that stage where other breweries are starting to take up on it, but part of me thinks we're at the tail end of it.
Yeah, I could see it going either way. I don't think it's, I don't think it's one that's probably gonna. Not to say that breweries aren't going to keep brewing it, but I just don't think it's going to be as popular as it is right now. It's the it thing. Something will come up this
I guess
summer.
that's the question. Do you think the trend? Of course, there are people that love that beer. They're going to keep buying them. But do you think at some point that trend's going to level off?
On the New England style in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Until the next big whatever craft beer style comes along.
Right. Yeah.
So,
until the next.
Firstly, what are your thoughts on that style? Do you love it, hate it, somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle. It's not like I don't seek out for them. Some of them are good. A lot of them, I think, probably more than most probably miss on it. But it's just different. It's just different. Like you say, it's kind of looks like a colostomy bag or something being filled or whatnot. But it's just. It really is just kind of a mood type thing for me. If I'm not looking for something that's maybe I don't want the bitterness, but I kind of want the juiciness of it. You kind of go towards that, and it kind of fits a void, I guess. I guess there's a need for it. So.
To me, it feels like more of a summer style. Because they're light, they're refreshing. Some of them are high ABV, but they're lower in IBU than their other IPA counterparts. Like what I had today was 7.2% or 7.5%, 42 IBUs. So those really aren't IPA numbers, but for that style, it is.
But I like them in general. I can't say I don't like them. I'll pick some up when I see them or whatnot. If especially ones that I haven't tried.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. To be honest, they're not my favorite IPA style, but if I see a new one, I have to try it just to see how it compares to the others. But again, for me, it does feel like more of a spring, summer kind of beer because the fall, winter, I want a beer with more meat on it, and they kind of feel one-dimensional to me. I mean, they're fruity, they're citrus, they're very refreshing, but they're not very dimensional.
A lot of them, I don't even know that I would classify as an IPA because you don't really get a lot of the hop kick to them. It's more the sweet balance, the sweet sugar, fruity balance to it. I guess you get more. So it almost kind of kills.
I've heard a lot from a lot of folks that that have been that understand beer is that it's not really an IPA. They're big, they're fruity, they're juicy, but are they really an IPA?
Right. Now, most that I have had, I would say, they've been pretty good. I like, I have liked them. So I can't say I don't like the style. It's just like, just in itself, it's a style. So it really just kind of what fits your mood, I think, at the time.
Again, if you look at statistics, I had one today that was 7.5%, 42 IBU. So statistically, those really aren't IPA numbers.
Right.
So, but they are an IPA. Should they be a pale ale? Should they be? I don't know. I just, if you look at something, if you see, I'm a baseball guy. I know you are too. So, best baseball guys, I think, tend to look at everything in numbers. I think that's a baseball thing. So, I'm looking at that. 7.5%, 42 IBUs. That's not an IPA stat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you ever pull a trigger and get yourself a YouTube channel?
I have not. I do a lot of the videos with we do a Thursday night deal with Rod J, Beer Ventures, and then Sin, and then Eric up in Michigan. Eric a Lions fan, but he's separated. I can't think of what his now offhand. The name of it. Eric's Beer Reviews, I think, might be the name of it. Familiar with all those guys. Rod J for sure, and Average Joe I know you've talked to before, so.
Yeah, him and I have irritated each other at great length, yeah.
But I haven't, they've kind of tried to talk me into doing one like you have in the past, but I haven't done it yet.
Well, I saw a guy, I had a guy comment, it's funny, I had somebody comment on a video, and he said something like you would say, so I thought, man, it might have been your channel at first until I researched it, but it's called a beer baseball and or Beer, Baseball, and Grilling or something. I can't remember the name of the channel. That man, I wonder if that's Todd, because the remark was something that you would say. So that, well, I wonder if Todd finally, because I told you a while back, if you did a channel, it should be about beer and baseball.
Yeah, and I probably would do something along those lines, probably, if I do. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. It was the reason why I haven't really done it yet.
I tell you, I think you would on a different level than I like doing them. Is that you're very even keeled. So if you're talking about beer and baseball, just do, instead of doing a beer, don't do just a beer channel. Don't do just a baseball channel. Combine it together. Talk about beer and baseball as they relate to each other. That way you can have a beer and talk about whatever relevant baseball topics are at that time. And I think for you, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, that's an idea. That's a thought.
For your
I kick it around all the time. I just haven't.
And then you can get somebody like me as your co-host to add the color portion. So you got the play-by-play down. Let me do the color. I'll be your sidekick on your channel, and there we go.
You could be my Steve Stone to Harry Carey.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, what the hell? I do that. I can be as obnoxious as anybody. Yeah, use me as your color guy. You cover the important stuff, and there we go.
There you go. Hey, I'll
Beer baseball. Beer and baseball with Todd. There you go. Do you have a nickname? Does anybody call you anything but Todd?
Well, probably so. It's just probably not appropriate for this channel.
Oh, there you go. I don't know if you had a nickname that might work, like so-and-so, beer and baseball,
No, not really.
Beer and baseball with Todd. There you go. That's America. Beer, baseball, and apple pie with Todd. Beer, baseball, and hot dogs.
There you go.
You got
nachos.
Channel going on.
I've actually kind of dabbled in, the thought of doing it, but I just haven't actually, pulled the trigger on it as of yet. So we'll see.
Well, I saw that one.
We'll see.
Beer, baseball, and grilling, I think, is the name of that channel. I said, damn, did Todd finally pull the trigger? Because the funny part is that the comments this guy gives are the same as you. It's the same thought that you would think of. Damn. Then I looked up the channel and followed his channel or subscribed to his channel. Damn. No, I said it wasn't you, but at first
I do all the writing
because it was perfect.
I do all the writing.
I told him to do beer and baseball. He did it. I thought maybe you took my advice.
I hired somebody to be on camera. I just do all the writing for him. There you go.
There you go. Now you want to be more of a producer, right? Than the. Is that right? You would rather do that? Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things you never know until you actually try it.
Well, here's another idea. Do the beer, set up the channel, do beer and baseball, but then get a guest once a week where you're the guy asking the questions. You're the guy moderating the show. That you can do, and have somebody else, field whatever you want to talk about. Get me or some of these other guys. RJ and I'm a baseball guy. I don't know if RJ does baseball, but talk about beer and baseball or whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, you do it more as you're a host and you have a guest.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm always thinking like, what do I have to really say that anybody would want to tune in and listen to me talk for whatever reason? That's kind of my thought on it. Like,
have you seen my videos, man?
Yeah, maybe a time or two.
No, but you come at it from a different way, right? So you're a guy that knows you have a lot of knowledge. You ask the questions. Bring somebody else on, ask them the questions, and talk to them. Bring the conversation to them. I think that would work for you.
Yeah, kind of do like just a Q&A type session or something.
Well, yeah, but but you're the host. You're the one controlling the conversation, but you have knowledge on the subject, so you can offer your 2 cents as well. But I think that would work for you as more of a straight man to somebody else's comic, more or less.
Yeah.
You're the play-by-play to somebody else's color commentary in sports terms.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? Might dabble in it and try it and see what happens.
What the hell? You got nothing to lose. Have you seen some of
True.
these guys out there? Damn.
Very true. Very true.
You got guys like me that will say any damn thing. I don't have. You might not think you have anything interesting to say, but hell, I'm pretty sure I don't. I still keep talking.
Yeah, it's never stopped you, has it?
Hell no. I don't let lack of topic stop me from going on. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, mercy.
So how's your combination of beer and whiskey doing there?
Hey, it works for me. I didn't know if you were going to have whiskey tonight, so I poured some anyway, just in case. So what's your whiskey of choice when you go to whiskey?
I like Four Roses.
I like Four Roses is a nice medium priced bourbon. I mean, the price is reasonable. The regular Four Roses isn't bad for what it is at about $16 a bottle.
Right.
But the small batch and the single barrel are very nice as well.
Yeah, I like that. And then also as kind of on the cheap end, kind of a house bourbon I'll have, which is actually a very good. Actually, I think even for the price you can get for like usually $8, $9 for whatever, and then you get the 1.75.
Oh, I haven't tried that one. Yeah,
$17.
Oh, there you
Benchmark. And it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, distilled at Buffalo Trace.
Oh, Buffalo Trace. Okay. So when I was in your neck of the woods back in 2013, I picked up a bourbon for $10. $10. It's 100 proof bottle and bond from Heaven Hill. And I said at the time, and I said in several videos, and I know I've told you and John both this, that was the best $10 bourbon I ever had. So a couple months ago, I saw somebody do an article on the best bourbon values, and that one was listed. I thought, damn, I'm right.
Which one was it?
It was a Heaven Hill 100 proof bottled and bond.
Oh, okay. I have to look. I don't know. I'm sure it's probably readily available.
It was $10. I thought, okay, this has got to be rough, but I have to try it. But damn, for a $10 bourbon, that was the best $10 bourbon I ever had in my life, man. It's better than some $20 bourbons. I mean, it's really good.
Pretty good ones out there that you don't have to pay half your paycheck for, and sit back and enjoy it, and it's not going to blow your head off, I
love being out there in Bardstown. I want to go back there again so bad. I loved it out there.
You need to come back.
Yeah, I think my wife and I are going to maybe try to plan a trip next year once we get everything caught up here, get the bills caught up, or get some money ahead. So I'd love to go back out there again. She loved that. She loved there was a lot of flea markets and thrift stores out there that were fun to shop in.
Oh yeah.
And I loved bourbon. I mean, I love the bourbon and the breweries and Bardstown and stuff. We actually stayed at a little cabin. Well, they call itself a cabin. It's actually a little house. And they're in Bardstown. I think Bardstown is the best little town in America, man. I just love that place.
Yeah, everybody's so nice. It's kind of like a little take back town.
It was crazy friendly. I mean, those guys just, oh yeah, you go to a lot of tourist towns and they're not friendly to tourists, but they love tourists. You tell them you're a tourist and they love you more.
That's kind of what keeps them going, I think, for the most part. So they gotta,
Yeah, it was brilliant. But we spent money there. I mean, it was just fun. We just had a good time.
Yeah, well, you get back out this way, you have to let me know. We'll have to set up a day or something, and take you around to some breweries or something, and your wife can go thrift store.
Warn your wife that I'm coming.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, I think we need to wrap this one up. We've been at it about 30 minutes, so I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. I'm also Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, BeerVangelist, WhiskeyVangelist. Prolific beer drinker, prolific whiskey drinker, Purveyor of Wisdom, and Todd. Todd, have you got a tagline you want to throw out there tonight? Anything? Any last words?
Just thanks for the invite. It's been a long time. I'm glad you messaged me and invited me on. So,
well, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming on. And all around good guy, as well as Todd is, if he ever gets around to setting up his own channel. I'll let y'all know about it.